From NBC News, this is Today.
As most of you know, we are not strangers to alcohol on this show, and we do joke about it a lot, but we need to press pause on the jokes for a minute because there is a really alarming thing happening. Abusing alcohol is no laughing matter.
Yeah, today we want to alert parents about a disturbing drinking game that's appeared on the internet. It is called Vodka Eyeballing, and here's a warning. This video is very difficult to watch. This is Vodka Eyeballing, a disturbing new drinking game where you pour a shot of alcohol directly into your eye. It first gained public attention last May when videos of people who appear to be doing eye shots started popping up online. There are now hundreds of these posts.
We're seeing reports of it on Facebook, videos on YouTube are popping up. There's even a Wikipedia page about this.
So why are people doing this? The rumor is it'll get you intoxicated faster.
Binge drinking is a huge issue in America. We know that 1 in 5 teens binge drink, and what happens is young people may have a drink or two, and the next thing you know, they start playing a game, and that is when some of these really outrageous games like eyeball shots start to happen.
The videos are so shocking, some think this may be just an internet hoax, but the reactions seem real. One person even took to YouTube to post a warning about this upsetting new trend, hoping to show exactly how painful it is.
Oh my God. Why would someone do this? Oh. That is excruciating.
It has to be on TV. And with us are Tamara Queetonen, Director of Medical Education in the Department of Emergency Medicine at Lenox Hill Hospital, and Linda Fears, Editor-in-Chief of Family Circle magazine.
Welcome, ladies.
Wow, how disturbing is that video? Okay, let's start with the rumor, and we said it in the piece, but I think it bears repeating. These kids think they're going to get drunker quicker by doing this eyeball shot. That is not the case, right?
That is not true at all. It's just a foolish and dangerous evidence of bravado. It's either hoax or real. It's not clear.
Because these kids are doing it. Those videos are, we believe, are real, right?
We don't know.
There's hundreds of them.
There are hundreds and hundreds of them on YouTube. And it's really disturbing, just in terms of what can happen. It's really dangerous. Alcohol is 40 to 60%. Vodka is 40 to 60% alcohol. So you can cause a chemical burn to your eye, to the surface of your eye.
Could you cause permanent damage? I mean,
could that can cause permanent damage and blindness. Let me just tell you how serious it is. The white part of your eye is the conjunctiva. The area of the iris, which is brown, green, blue, hazel, that has the cornea. The cornea is like a window. So a burn to a window makes it fuzzy, scratches it, so it injures that window so that you don't see well. So that concentrates vision and light on the back of your retina. So it can make you blind.
Now, Linda, this is, I mean, Facebook and Twitter and all those things spread a lot of things. And this is one of those things that seem to catch fire on those social networking sites, right?
And we all know the teens are all over the internet, so they're exposed to this. And, you know, they may think that it's funny. They don't know the consequences. And the reason is that teenagers, part of their brains that are responsible for reasoning and considering consequences doesn't fully develop until they're in their 20s. So while we as parents might think, what were you thinking? They're not thinking, you know.
They're certainly not thinking through.
Right, and they do incredibly stupid things. But as we said before, the drinking games, especially on campuses, the binge drinking is on the rise right now. And this is what parents should really be concerned about.
There's a lot of peer pressure, though. When you're in college and you're at a party and someone says, just do it, just do the shot, you know, kids are under a lot of pressure. And that's why a lot of kids have problems.
And this made the point that they might have already had a couple of drinks, so their inhibitions are lowered.
Right.
You know, all kinds. What kind of things do you see you work in the emergency ward? What kind of things do you see?
New Year's Eve is a great example of binge drinking. I worked the last 2 New Year's Eves, and I saw all sorts of people, young people, come in, falling, haven't fallen, slurred speech, altered coordination. They slip, they fall outside. It's cold outside. They have lacerations on their face, broken teeth, rape. Can occur because of impaired coordination and also judgment in these cases. So you put yourself into bad circumstances.
Well, I'm sure a lot of parents are looking at this for the first time saying, I've never heard of that. Because we hadn't heard of it either. Is this like, we worry about sometimes even showing that, you know, we'll give kids ideas. But what do you think parents should say to their children? Should they bring this up, or is this something that a lot of kids haven't heard of, so why bother?
They should certainly bring up drinking in general. I don't know if it's necessary to bring up vodka eyeballing in particular, but you should be talking to your kids about drinking starting at an early age, and you might even feel silly as a parent talking to a 10 or 11-year-old about drinking, but that's when you really need to start talking to them.
What's the conversation?
Because first of all, you want them to be comfortable talking to you, and that's, you know, sex or alcohol or anything else. You want to start early so they're very comfortable talking to you, and they feel like they can bring issues up to you. So you want to talk about the risks. You want to set a good example, which we talked about last week when we were talking about the internet. Always set a good example for them, and talk to them about peer pressure and all sorts of peer pressure, starting young, and then continue the conversation as they get older.
What if your kids are in college and don't want to have the conversation? What's your suggestion there? You know,
I think it's just exposure to stuff like this. I mean, I would even recommend. I agree with Linda. I think it's really important to have honest and open communication with your children as well as your doctor, as being a physician. But I think showing them this video and talking about it, having a genuine conversation about it, talking about someone who who had an accident when they were drinking.
Can you get through to college kids?
I think you can.
What is the whole thing with we only have 30 seconds. The binge thing. Why is it the binging? Because that's the most dangerous kind of drinking of all, right?
I mean, I'm binging, by the way, is 5 drinks for a guy, 4 drinks for an adult. So you can imagine, because they drink before the party, during the party, and after the party, so you can rack it up very easily. Sure. Because again, this is part of their social life. They think it's fun. It
cool.
inhibits them.
Everybody's doing it.
Not everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.